नमस्कार। पिरामिड मेडिटेशन चैनल हिंदी में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हमारे बीच महाबोधि इंटरनेशनल मेडिटेशन सेंटर और महाकरुणा फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक भिक्खु संघ सेना जी उपस्थित हैं। आज हम भिक्खु संघ सेना जी के जीवन और उनके कार्य पे नजर डालेंगे। तो भिक्खु संघ सेना जी, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
तो शुरू करते हैं आपके अर्ली लाइफ से। आज जैसे हमें पता है कि इंडियन आर्मी में की जॉब जो है वो बहुत लोग महत्वपूर्ण समझते हैं, बहुत रिस्पेक्टेबल समझते हैं, और 3 दशक पहले वही जॉब बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्टेड थी। तो आप हमें बताइए कि कैसे आपने इंडियन आर्मी में रहते हुए आपने स्पिरिचुअलिटी का रास्ता चुना।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ये प्रश्न मेरे लिए पहला बार नहीं है, मैं 1000 दफ़ा एक प्रश्न में सुन चुका हूँ जी। मैं अगर उससे भी पहले मैं शुरू करूँगा इंडियन आर्मी में जाने से पहले जी। I see whatever happened in my life, in this life, whatever happened to me in this life, something to do with the previous life.
Yes.
Since my childhood, I have lot of questions, very inquisitive. I want to know, I want to get answers to all the questions. Childhood से कभी-कभी तो मैं प्रश्न में खो जाते थे, ऐसे रकम के प्रश्न आते थे, लोगों को पूछना भी मुश्किल हो जाते थे। तो मेरे मन में आता है एक सूर्य क्यों है, दो क्यों नहीं? Why only there is one sun? Why not two? Yes. Why there is only one moon? Why not two? Yes. And what is the day, night? Why all these differences? Some are rich, some are poor, some are intelligent, some are not intelligent. Yeah. Some are nice, some are not nice. All kinds of questions was coming to me, and I cannot ask. If I ask, and I have a lot of difficulties. They laugh at me, that they think that I have gone crazy when I ask these kind of questions. तो इसे बचपन से मैं कुछ खोर ढूंढ रहा था. I was searching since childhood, but I don't know exactly what I am searching. तो ऐसा करते करते, and I was always inquisitive to know more. In those days Ladakh was another world. Before 70s, Ladakh was a totally another world. You can say Shangri-La or something. Nothing new to see there. So sometimes the aeroplane will pass away, military aeroplane. It used to bother me so much. I want to know from where it is coming, where it is going. I want to climb up on the top of the mountain and see what's happening the other side. Lot of questions. So when I was the 17-year-old, the only new thing Ladakh I could see is the Indian Army. And I was very much attracted by the uniform of the army. I don't know what is the purpose of army and the fighting and all these things. I don't know. The only new thing in Ladakh was the military, and I was very much attracted by the uniform. You will be surprised to know His Holiness Dalai Lama also mentioned his autobiography. He was also attracted by the uniform. So I went there, and it was also very challenging in army. I enjoyed every bit of the training in army, not knowing the purpose. I simply took it as a game, sport. Enjoyed every part of the training. And one great thing I have learned in army is discipline, which is lacking in the civilian. For that purpose, I think that all civilians should go and serve in the army at least few years to learn a good discipline. So, and then after serving 4.5 years, even in army the question keeps on coming. I used to ask this question to some of my colleagues. They will again laugh at me. And since childhood I was very religious. My father was like a great yogi. And even in army I used to carry on picture of Dalai Lama and Buddha and create a small altar in my dormitory and put some flower, incense if I get, and bow down a few times in the morning and evening. And I used to consider myself a great student or follower of Buddha. And my colleague used to make fun of me. What are you doing? You are not a monk. This is not a monastery. You are a soldier. This is a military camp. What are you doing? I mean, they was making fun of me. but I used to consider myself a great follower of Buddha. When I was a 21-year-old, and one of my cousin brother, monk, who was a monk, came to see me, and we together sat together, and we shared the life of each other's, my lifestyle in army as a soldier, he as a monk in a monastery shared with each other. Then I came to know, wow, how a monk live in the monasteries, wake up early morning, go to the meditation hall, they start the day with meditation, they start with the prayer, and the whole day remain busy in serving the humanity, praying, meditating, serving in whatever we could, And I compare my life with that. No, I found it's totally different in army. Nobody teach meditation. Nobody talks about compassion. In army we are trained. We are trained and taught how to shoot a gun, how to throw a bomb, how to stab a knife, and then the enemy suddenly appears in front of you. You have no time to go and pick up a weapon. And do you know that moment what we were trained? We were trained to make your face as ghostly as you can and produce as ghostly sound as you can. And hold this way, hold that way, kick this way, kick here, there. It's terrible things. It just came to my mind. I became aware of those training when the monk was sharing his lifestyle. How wake up in the morning, early morning, and go to temple and pray and meditate. Praying, meditating, not for oneself, not only for our own family, not only for the people of my country or my religion, but universal. And all the human beings, all the living beings, not only human beings, living beings, near or far, small or big, visible or invisible, all living beings, those are living inside the water, living inside the earth, living on the surface of earth, living in space. Not a single creature is left out. Wow, when I realized these teachings of Buddha, I said, what? I consider myself a great ardent follower of Buddha. You are not. So I decided, I told my friend, the monk, is it too late for me to quit the army and go to a monastery and become a monk like you and spend the rest of my life as a monk, as a yogi? He said, never late. There's no fixed time. The door of Dharma, door of heaven is open for everybody all the time, day and night, 24 hours. That was such a wonderful news for me. Immediately I decided, I quit the army and then went to my guru. Later on I was very surprised to find out my guru also served in army, that time in British army. He was a big officer, I was a soldier. So there was perfect matching, again. So when I arrived in the monastery and met my guru, I felt as coming back home. I felt, you see in Indian movie very often that one son or daughter got separated in childhood, and then many years they couldn't meet. After many years they meet.
Yes.
And when they meet, they come to know you're my son and you're my father, mother. You can see the joy, the tears of joy. I have exactly the same feeling. So that makes me feel that I was a monk in previous life, and I was looking for the thread I have left in my previous life, and I found now the thread. It was coming back home, meeting with my spiritual father. That's the experience I have. This is how I became, monk. So if you have asked the question how I became monk, and this is something to do with the previous life, I believe. That's how I came back to my remaining path. Yes.
So Guruji, following up on it, so how आपको MIMC और महाकरुणा फाउंडेशन स्टार्ट करने का आइडिया कैसे आया, और उसके बाद से आपकी जर्नी, क्योंकि महाकरुणा फाउंडेशन और MIMC का मोटो है कंपैशन इन एक्शन, मेडिटेशन इन एक्शन, वो आपने कैसे फाइनलाइज किया, उस पर आप हमें थोड़ा सा गाइड कीजिए.
जब when I left Indian Army, and went to the monastery in Bangalore, South India.
जी.
This is where I have to believe in destiny and karma, you know. I was born and brought up in Ladakh, full of monasteries and monks, gurus, but I had to go to Bangalore city to become a monk. So when I left Indian Army and went to Bangalore to become a monk, that time I had no idea to come back to Ladakh and start all these projects, the huge campus, 250 acres of
Yes.
land, and then
Yes.
countless the projects, have no ideas. But when I began to study the teachings of Buddha from my guru, and also from my guru, I have learned how my guru, beside all the philosophical study and teachings, prayer and right rituals, and one's own practice, how he was involved in a number of humanitarian services in the society. That inspired me, and my guru also told me, what I had in my mind is to learn the teachings of Buddha and spend the rest of my life as a peaceful yogic life in a monastery or in a forest. So when I shared this with my guru, the guru said, well, this idea of spending your rest of life as a peaceful yogi in a forest or a monastery is not a bad, but it's a little bit selfish. You are so young and your people need, you owe something to your people. And when I started thinking on this question and started looking at my people in Ladakh, I found that is absolutely, it was correct what Guru said. My Ladakh, as I told you, was another world. And the 70s it started opening to the world. And my people was in crossroad. There were not many school at all, no educated people. They were good-hearted people. They want to do something, education, health, and other developmental activities, but they do not know what to do, no idea. So having got little bit of exposures, so I realized how important to go back and to start something. And that's how I was inspired by the great compassion of Buddha, and which my Guruji was following, that inspired me to come back and do something. That's how I came back and started in a very humble way, nothing in hand, no money, no support, nothing. If I look back now, I myself get wonder how I dared to start. It's nothing. The only thing I had is some good heart. I want to do something. That's the only thing. That's where if you want to do something good, you really don't need millions and millions of dollars before it comes. It comes. It happens. So I started in a humble way and in meditation first. First I started meditation. I started in a traditional way. Traditionally क्या करते हैं हम लोग, पूजा पाठ करते हैं, मेडिटेशन सिखाते हैं, संसार के बारे में बहुत खराब बोलता है, संसार से निकल जाओ, निर्वाण मुक्ति मोक्षा करो, वही बोलते हैं. तो उसी मैं उसी ट्रेडिशन में जन्म लिया हूँ, उसी ट्रेडिशन में ट्रेनिंग लिया हूँ, तो मैं उसी रूप से स्टार्ट किया. I started the meditation program. I started giving high philosophical talk, nirvana, all this, rebirth, karma. And then I soon realized, wow, this yoga, meditation, high philosophical teachings is not really relevant for many people. For the poor children, they don't need yoga, they don't need the high level of meditation. They don't need to know about heaven, how many kinds of heavens and nirvana. What they need is roti kabra mala. What the children need is some simple school, simple hostel where they can live comfortably, protect themselves from the severe cold, and then go to school and learn something. Then I realized for the sick people, sick people, the priority is not yoga. Sick people cannot do yoga and high level of samadhi, meditation, nirvana. That was not their priority. Their priority was a doctor, hospital, medicine, not Buddha and his high philosophy. Then the homeless people, for the homeless people, their priority was again not high philosophical discussions, meditation, yoga. Their priority, their need was to have a home where they can live comfortably and protected from the severe cold and heat. So I realized, wow, this way is not perfect for everybody. Let me look for a bigger land where I can start some school and hostel for children, where I can start a hospital, medical projects, where I can build a home for the elderly people, and where I like to have a very beautiful meditation center also for those who have roti kabra makan. Those people live in Delhi. They need meditation, they need philosophy, they have roti kabra makan. That's how I look for this campus, and now today, that absolutely desert that time. There was not a drop of water, not a blade of grass, no road, nothing. Not even insect could be seen. It was just like a moon, with the mixture of hope and hopelessness. I started the work, and today that has become such a, blissful, peaceful place for hundreds and thousands of people. Today we have beautiful hostels for hundreds of students are staying, hospital, nunnery, monasteries, old age home, meditation center, guest house, hospital, beautiful. Now the children have hostel, school, and also they can meditate. Now the hospital, the sick people can go to hospital, get recovered from the physical sickness, then meditate. The old people also meditating. Yes. And that is how, I started all these projects. Sometimes when the spiritual gurus giving teachings seems to be going to the extreme, वो बोलते हैं त्याग करो, संसार में कुछ नहीं त्याग करने को कुछ होना चाहिए ना, है ही नहीं तो क्या त्याग करें पहले तो कुछ होना.
Yes.
You can't teach meditation to the hungry person. जिसका पेट खाली है उसको आप बोले कमर सीधा रखो, आंखें बंद करो, बुद्धा को देखो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो कमर सीधा नहीं कर सकेगा, उसके अंदर एनर्जी नहीं. आंखें बंद करके बुद्धा को देखो बोलेंगे तो वो बुद्धा नहीं देखेगा, कुछ ब्रेड, पीस ऑफ ब्रेड देखेगा. That's what he need. He does not need the Buddha, he need the bread. So पहले हम लोग material things, रोटी, कावड़ा, मकान, basic material thing, without fulfilling the basic material thing, you can't think of something higher than the material requirement. वो हम balance करना, materiality and spirituality, Yes. Physics, metaphysics, ecology and psychology, inner and outer, meditation and medications, inner and outer. वो balancing का ज़रूरत है today. That's how I started this campus, and since then I kept on starting one after another, and then I realized today's world is full of violence, aggressions, hating each other, killing each other. We have become like a ghost. The story of ghosts and devils are just a story to frighten the children. To me, the real ghosts, real devil are the human beings who have gone astray from spiritual path. Whose hearts are totally empty of karuna, maitri, daya. All what you see in this world, because people have become selfish, ignorant, selfish, greedy, thinking about oneself, not caring for others, not looking at others as oneself. That is why we have taken up this Mahakaruna Foundation. Mahakaruna Foundation is registered in Delhi, and I think the Mahakaruna, the great compassion, the universal compassion, is the antidote, is the panacea for the ills of 21st century. Where Mahakaruna teaches us to look at other people like yourself. What other people want, what I want from other people. They also want the same thing. Not looking at each other, strangers, enemies, different. We are all members of one human family, global family. And I'm very happy to share with you, ever since we started this Mahakaruna Foundations and the Mahakaruna program, it has really made a great difference in society. We have organized the Mahakaruna program, Compassion in Action program, in many different parts of India and abroad. And Amaravarti also, in collaboration with Brahmarishi Patriji and his followers. Wonderful. This is what is needed, and now we are hoping to carry the message of Mahakaruna to every nook and corner of the world. Meditation and Mahakaruna must go together.
तो गुरुजी थोड़ा सा लाइट डालते हैं कि हम दिल्ली में, मुंबई में, जैसे इंडिया के जो मेट्रो सिटीज़ हैं वहाँ पे हम लोग कैसे अपने अंदर चेंज ला सकते हैं कि महाकरुणा और ध्यान हमारी एक लाइफस्टाइल का हिस्सा बन जाए, तो उस पर थोड़ा सा हमें गाइड कीजिए।
Every human beings, without meditation, without Mahakaruna, the human life has no meaning. You cannot call human actually. Actually, practice of meditation, practice of Mahakaruna makes human, or makes human life superior, higher than animals. If we do not learn and practice the Dhamma means the ultimate truth, Satyam. Without that, how can we say that our life is different or superior to other form of life, the animals? And within human society, again, those who live in the big cities, they have much more challenges, more difficult than the simple people living in the remote villages. People in the remote villages, simple people in remote villages don't have that much of competition, don't have that much of greed, ego. All this ego, greed things comes in society, big cities, because their life is competitive, and the stress, the tension. In villages, you don't find the stress, tension. When first time tourists came to Ladakh, they were using the word stress, tension, and we were very much disturbed by this word. They used to use this word. Oh, you people are very nice, smiling, and you people have no stress, tension. And those words are creating tension, stress in us. Those words create disturbing our smile. Before they ask question, the smile was so natural, we are not even aware whether we are smiling or not. And these foreigners, these tourists came and asked, oh, you people smile. And those words started disturbing our smile. Then we started thinking, are we smiling or not? That was disturbing. Before smiling was so natural. Friendliness is so natural.
Yes.
Peaceful is so natural. And the stress, tension, all these things, So these things are more in the cities. Therefore, all these people living in a big city, who are experiencing stress, tension, worries, and fear. The people living in cities are much more fear, worries,
Yes.
And what do you call, uncertainties, fear
Yes.
of losing things.
Yes.
Yeah. So there, how can now, what can help? What can help to understand the problem we are experiencing, and what can help us to reduce those things?
जी.
Our normal lifestyle in the city, what is it? Business, study, and starting new business, and running faster, thinking more and more, to have more and more. That's the thing. And those things create more tension. Even in our educational institutions, they don't teach meditation, they don't teach karuna, they teach competition. Every parents send their children to the school saying that you should be better than others, you should get more marks than others. It is a war already started. The first day you send your children to school, you start this war in the peaceful heart of the beautiful child. My dear child, daughter, son, from today onward, you are going to school. Do you know, you must be more smart than others. You should do better than others. You should get more marks than others. The neighbor also sending at the same time. The neighbor also sending their child to the school at the same time. The neighbor does not say, my dear son, daughter, you are going to school from today onward. You should not be wiser than others. You should not do better than others. You should be, more foolish than others. They don't say that. They also say the same thing. You should do better than others. You should run faster than others. You should be number one. How can everybody be number one? This is where you have started war in the minds of the children. So those things, this real Dhamma meditation are not taught. Therefore, I think meditation, Mahakaruna, human values, spiritual values, has to be the main subject in all the schools, all educational institutions. For all the business people also, okay, business is not a bad, you can do a business, but understand the purpose of business. Why you are doing business? To make money. Why you want to make money? So that when you have money, you can have house, car, other things, so that you feel secure, you feel peaceful, feel happy. That's why you are starting a business. But this way does not happen. Unless you do this with wisdom, with meditation. You do business, earn money with wisdom, with karuna, compassion, with the law of existence. Then it fulfills. Otherwise, whole life you keep on running, earning more money, building bigger house, getting better car. But peace, happiness, purpose of life, and relaxation you never get until you reach to the graveyard. So I think meditation, prayer, genuine spirituality, not there are a lot of things are going on, lot of strange things are going in the name of religion. There's no pure religion, pure dharma, pure dhyana. Pure dharma is so important. It has to be, introduced in all the educational, institutional, corporate business world, and everybody should, out of 24 hours, everybody should spend 1 or 2 hours just for dhyana, meditation, giving up everything, coming back to your closer to your body, closer to your mind, becoming aware of who are you, what's happening, and freeing and relaxing, rejuvenating.
गुरुजी, MIMC में आपके गाइडेंस से एक भव्य पिरामिड का उद्घाटन हुआ था 2018 में, और उसी को लेके मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि पत्री सर से आपकी पहली मुलाकात कैसे हुई और आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा, और इन 10 सालों में कैसे MIMC और PSSM के साथ एक अटूट रिश्ता आपका बना, उस पे हमें गाइड कीजिए।
जी। I think yes, about 10 years back, I was invited by Patriji to attend an international conference in your headquarters, Bangalore. That time I didn't know, and when I arrived there, I met Patriji and spent some time with him, and when I heard, I was very much impressed by his service to humanity. Particularly, I want to mention 3 things I like so much and I respect for Patriji, that his teachings, meditation, the Anapanasati meditation, so simple,
yes,
and which everybody can understand easily, everybody can practice easily.
yes,
Whether you are living in a city, in a village, educated, illiterate, rich man, poor man, everyone can understand, everyone can practice, everyone get benefit. There are many spiritual gurus, there are many meditation masters, but many of their teachings are very complicated, sophisticated. Only certain highly educated people can understand, or difficult for all people, simple people. And that's I like so much, and this is the beginning of meditation, the foundation of meditation, Anapanasati. Then another thing I love it, I respect him, Patriji, for promoting vegetarianism. We
yes,
greatly respect him, and today you see the coronavirus threatening the whole world. Whole world is now full of fears, tensions. And this coronavirus, we hear that it comes by consuming non-veg food, some animal, So terrible. How can, when we kill the innocent animals and eat them, can we call ourselves more civilized?
No.
Can we call better than them? Many animals are more kind, more compassionate than human beings. Many animals in the world, they don't eat non-veg food.
Yes.
So this is what I love him, and I decided to join with him to promote the vegetarianism. And another thing, spirituality and science bringing together.
Yes.
It's a pyramid. The meditation Bhattacharya is teaching in the name of pyramid, I believe, is a scientific.
Yes.
So science and spirituality bringing together. This is another wonderful thing. If the science and spirituality, if we can bring together, or science and religion, this world will become a heaven. Then you can't see this, the kind of violence, aggressions we see in the world. It can be stopped by bringing these two together. The scientists must meditate.
Yes.
Once the scientists, great scientists start meditating, they cannot misuse their knowledge for destructive purpose. They will not use. If they don't meditate, they will misuse their knowledge and create nuclear bomb. Now a compassionate scientist, a meditator scientist cannot think of making a nuclear bomb. He will use all his knowledge, energy for constructive purpose, for the welfare of human being. Isn't it?
Yes.
Like light, creating light in the darkness, bringing so much comfort, security. Similarly, these religious gurus also should become little bit scientifically religious. If the religious guru also become little bit scientifically religious guru, what will happen? Then there will be no room for blind faith. Now, you see many violence, killing going on in the world in the name of religion. Two religious people fighting. This is because of blind faith. How to remove the blind faith? By approaching the scientific path, scientific way to spirituality. So this science and spirituality bringing together, wonderful. So I have a great respect for Bhattacharya and we love, and then since then we have been working together, and we have a now beautiful pyramid meditation hall in the Mahabodhi campus, Ladakh, and we often join and organizing meditation camp, Makaruna program in different parts of India.
गुरुजी, MIMC में जो पिरामिड का उद्घाटन हुआ है वो विश्व में सबसे ऊंचा पिरामिड माना जाता है, तो उसमें हमारे अंदर भी एक क्यूरियोसिटी है कि जब आपने उसमें फर्स्ट टाइम मेडिटेट किया तो आपका कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा, और PSSM और MIMC महाकरुणा फाउंडेशन आज से 10 साल तो क्या काम करेंगे, किस दिशा में जाएंगे, आपका फ्यूचर का विजन हमें शेयर कीजिए।
जी। यस, पिरामिड जो पिरामिड स्टाइल का जो मेडिटेशन हॉल होता है
जी,
उसमें ऐसा कहा गया है, आप लोगों का आदमी लोग मोर उसमें एक्सपर्ट है, तो ऐसा कहा जाता है कि उसमें एनर्जी कलेक्ट हो जाता है. In a way, it becomes more helpful. You get concentration easily, faster, easily, because of the pyramid style, that energy which is vibrating everywhere, get easily collected. Therefore, obviously, when you meditate in the pyramid hall, your meditation get better. You get concentration better. You can progress in meditation better. And already, ever since the meditation, pyramid meditation hall is built. Many people already came and meditated, including our Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture.
Wow.
Came and meditated
जी.
with our Shastri ji also was there. Next 10 years, what we are thinking, what we are praying, you can see the whole world is burning with hatred, anger, ill will, jealousy,
जी.
terrible thing.
जी.
So as I told you, the solution is not the solution for the problems
जी.
taking place in different parts of the world.
जी.
It's not military, not bomb and gun. Bomb cannot bring peace. Gun cannot bring peace. You know?
जी.
Hatred cannot appease hatred. Hatred can be appeased by non-hatred alone. Right? Darkness cannot be dispelled by darkness. Darkness can be dispelled by light alone.
Light. Yes.
Hatred can be overcome. Hatred can be overcome by love, by compassion. And look what our world leaders are doing.
जी.
The world leaders are using war to stop war.
जी.
To appease hatred, they use more hatred. That is something like adding fuel to the fire. War cannot stop war. Can we?
No.
War cannot. So, to stop the war, you have to generate love, compassion. But our leaders are exactly doing. They are trying to, build a stronger bomb, bigger bomb. They are trying to build stronger military. This approach is certainly not correct for one piece. What is the correct way? Love, compassion, Mahakaruna. What kind of love? Not Buddhist love, not Hindu love, not Indian love, not Christian love. Universal, inclusive love for all, compassion for all. Not a single human being, single creature left out. Inclusive love, universal love. Inclusive compassion. That we are member of one human family. We are not stranger. Whether you are born as American, European, Asian, Buddhist, Muslims, Christians, black, white. We are all born in a similar way. We are all growing in a similar way. All of us will die one day. Nobody is going to live here.
Yes.
All of us are sharing the same Mother Earth, same planet. All of us are breathing the same air for our survival. All of us drinking the same water for our survival. All of us living under one sun, one moon, one sky. And all of us, same body, mind. Everybody have 2 eyes, 1 nose, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 hands, 2 legs, and 1 small heart somewhere here. Inside the heart also the same wish, the same desire. Desire and wish to avoid all problems, suffering. Desire and wish to live peacefully, happily. Where is the difference? Who are we to divide this Mother Earth? Who are we to divide the water and the air? Who are we to divide in the sun and the moon and the space? This is ignorance. We human beings must realize this is our ignorance. Remove all differences. Open heart, embrace all human beings like brother, sister. This is the only way to bring everlasting peace. This is what we want to do together.
जी.
Carry the message of Mahakaruna to every corner of the world. Carry the universal meditation to every corner of the world. Carry the message of vegetarianism. Please be kind to animals. Don't, make your stomach a graveyard, eating animals. Be vegetarian, be kind to animals, be kind to human beings, be kind to environment. And don't consume more than what you need. Think about death, that we are like a guest, we are like a visitor. Sooner or later we have to go. And this short time of our life is not fighting, not killing, but for celebration. Praying together, meditating together, singing together, dancing together, with full awareness that there's no ego, there's no me, I. We are just a visitor, we are guests, sooner or later all have to go. That's the purpose of life. That's this message we want to carry to every corner of the world.
Wow.
We together, we must all join together.
जी, और इसी मैसेज को जन जन तक ले जाने के लिए आपने एक बुद्धा पार्क का भी एक आइडिएशन किया है. तो आप हमें उसका इंस्पिरेशन, उसका फ्यूचर, कैसे MIMC PSSM साथ मिलके जन जन तक बुद्धा पार्क के थ्रू, पिरामिड के थ्रू लोगों तक पहुंचेंगे उस पर.
जी, महाबोधि इंटरनेशनल मेडिटेशन सेंटर का जो कैंपस है, इट्स ऑलरेडी इंटरनेशनल. Lot of people from all over the world started coming. So this Buddha Park for World Peace would be another very important project. It is not just merely a park where people can go with a packed lunch and sit and chit chat and then come back evening. No, no such things park. When you hear the word park, you get this idea. There's some garden, flower, music, carry a packed lunch and sit and do some talk nonsense things and drink Coca-Cola and come back evening. No, this kind of things. In this park, what is going to happen, we will have so many series of programs, spiritual programs. There will be regular yoga classes. There will be regular meditation program. There will be regular teachings programs on a universal basis for everybody, not only for Buddhists or particular people, every human beings. Yeah? There will be a interfaith harmony complex. That means there will be small, spiritual center, temple of all tradition. They can go and meditate. Then there will be a cultural theater where regular cultural performance will be there, music culture. There will be children park. Parents can come with their children, and if parents wants to do meditation or yoga, children obviously may not like that, so children can be put in children park. And the children park will not be just playing. There will be a lot of educational program for children. They will do in their own way. They will also learn yoga, meditation, spiritual in different way, through music, through dance and play and other things. There will be a restaurant. There will be a beautiful garden. There will be a big Buddha statue in the center, and there will be light and sound system, what you call music, and beautiful one. Yeah, and this will be a unique one, not only in Ladakh, Himalaya, but in the whole world. Yes. Finding a meditation center, finding a yoga center, these are not unique, but bringing them all together, where people, visitor, can easily spend a whole day there. They can practice yoga, meditation, and all, and the nice restaurant, whatever kind of food they want, they will also be there. This is going to be unique in the world for especially visitors. So we already started this. Our Honorable His Excellency the President of India laid the foundation stone. And we are now hope to take about 50 feet marble Buddha statue from Rajasthan. Wow! That will be the biggest and only one marble such biggest statue in the whole Himalaya. Hope people will join together. This will be dedicated to world peace. So I hope that all the people will join to complete these big projects before I leave this body.
गुरुजी, थैंक यू. अब इसको कंक्लूड करने से पहले हम आपसे कुछ लास्ट रिमार्क्स हम अपने व्यूअर्स के लिए आपसे जानना चाहेंगे.
यस, हमें बहुत खुशी है कि पत्री जी के साथ, आप लोगों के साथ में काम करने का इस वक्त इस संसार में हमें मैसेंजर ऑफ पीस का सख्त ज़रूरत है जी, एन एम्बेसडर ऑफ कंपैशन जी, एंड बुद्धिसत्व. तो my sincere hope, my sincere prayer, my sincere appeal to all of you, human life is very precious. human life is very beautiful. This world also beautiful. But many human beings have gone astray from the right path. So all of us must now take responsibility
जी
to bring the people to the right path, the spiritual path. How do we do? Each one of us who realize this, we understand this, must take a vow to become a messenger of peace
yes
and ambassador of compassion and a bodhisattva. If we join together, we can change the world. You know?
जी
Yeah. Whatever problems, violence, aggressions, things happening in the world, it's created by human beings. Anything created by human beings can be stopped, can be reversed, can bring do the opposite things, you know. So my sincere, appeal, prayer to everybody, please wake up. Don't spend the rest of life in unconscious. Wake up, join together, work together, you know, to contribute something to the world or to promote world peace before we leave this world, before this body is burned or buried. That's my appeal.
गुरुजी, आज हमारे साथ समय निकालने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जो आपकी बात आपने रखी कि सबको करुणा, ध्यान को अपने जीवन का एक मूल उद्देश्य, मूल एक इवेंट बनाना चाहिए जिससे जिनके अराउंड उनका जीवन गुजरे, ताकि वो अपने लिए एक लेस स्ट्रेसफुल, मोर कंपैशनेट, मोर मेडिटेटिव लाइफस्टाइल अपना जी सके, जिससे वो स्ट्रेस, डिप्रेशन, बाकी सबको कम करें। उसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैसेज के लिए सर। धन्यवाद।
मैं आप लोग सब जो देख रहे हैं इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें,